This is a fan-based parody. Star Wars is owned by Disney. Please support the official release. Welcome to Weekend Star Warriors.
Mimban? I've never even heard of Mimban.
No one has. And it is steadily growling at the three of you.
I growl right back.
How do you wish to punctuate your entrance?
I am sufficiently intimidated.
We take this moment and shoot all of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look at that pile over there. Pile!
You want to sleep on it?
No, I want to poke it.
I sit down with you two for 2 seconds, and now I'm involved. I just want to point that out. Okay.
I'll blow his head off now.
Okay.
Okay. Yay, me!
Pull out your bowcaster.
I have issues.
Welcome to Weekend Star Warriors. Yes, that's our name. Slavery, one of the most despicable practices in the galaxy. Depriving a living, thinking being of its freedom for the benefit of another. And in the age of the Empire, a practice that is at best overlooked, and at worst, capitalized upon. Several alien races have been conscripted into imperial slavery on the basis of either human superiority or reparation for their people's part in the Clone Wars. Maklaw, Twi'lek, Wookie, these are only a few of the races the Empire deems legal to enslave. It was slave labor from Wookiees that formed the backbone of the Emperor's Death Star construction. Fortunately, as most of the facilities were automated after its completion, very few Wookiees were aboard when the Death Star was destroyed. Now, moving on to Lilliana Emerald, a high-ranking Imperial governor's daughter who got sick and tired of being cooped up at home and decided to stow away on a ship. Problem is, you thought the ship was going to Naboo, turned out to be a secret shipment of weapons and supplies to a group of Trandoshan slavers. You were promptly captured and placed in holding until they decide what to do with you. Believing they've made a mistake in your reservations or something, and not understanding a word of the Trandoshan hissy language, you decided to come up with your own escape plan. So, you find yourself in a cell. What do you do?
Oh, they're really not letting me out. Are you serious? Sir, do you know who my parents are?
No basic.
You know, here, I have a universal translator here.
Hello, how may I help you?
Do you know who my parents are?
Oh. No.
They are the governors of Cordero.
That is above my pay grade. Goodbye. You find yourself now alone in the cell. There is a lock on the door, and there is an air vent.
Well, I'm quite highly trained, so I just hop up, do some parkour stuff up onto the vent.
And do you have any pieces of metal on you that you might be able to unscrew?
Oh yes, I have.
Perhaps a coin or something.
Oh yes.
Okay. Now, using an improvised screwdriver to unscrew, roll for, let's say, a d20 to see...
Opening up something?
Mechanics.
Mechanics? I don't have any.
It would
Okay,
be
so-
just base intelligence.
Yeah.
So, base intelligence roll of
Okay.
D20.
So that's an intellect.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 3, so that would make it a 5.
You manage to get one of the screws off, and it clatters to the ground.
Oh, okay. I'm really hurrying up into the vent.
You can't until the vent grate is gone. You've only got one of the screws off.
So let me try and get another.
Okay, you've got 3 more screws to undo.
Okay.
Try again.
That's 11, which would be a 13.
Okay, you get another 2, and this time only one of them hits the ground, loudly clattering.
Okay, can I try the last one?
Okay.
Oh, that's a 17, which would be a 19.
Okay, you finally get it off. You manage to catch the grate before it falls.
Okay.
You lean it neatly against the wall, and then you shimmy on up.
Okay.
Make your way through the vents. They are very filthy.
Oh, goodness.
They have never been cleaned once.
Oh, goodness. I've never been in so much filth in my life.
And you come to a T intersection. That's an uppercase T for those who are confused. Do you go left or right?
I go left.
Okay, you make a left, you keep going, and you come to a vent. Would you like to look down?
Yes, please.
There are a couple of very miserable looking Twi'leks. One of them is punching the other in the face.
Oh, goodness.
Would you like to stop in and say hello, or would you like to continue on?
No, I think I'd like to continue on.
Okay, you keep going. You come to a cross intersection. Do you keep going straight, or do you turn left? Or right?
I'm gonna go right this time.
Okay, you go right. You come to a vent, this time that's on the side rather than directly below you. You see a couple of Trandoshans playing cards, and apparently one of them is cheating.
Oh! I wanna bust in this one.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Okay.
Do you want to
Ron?
do strength, or do you want to slowly pick the lock?
I'm gonna
Or
try.
do you want to just yell?
I'm just gonna yell, oh, he's cheating! That one is cheating!
They are going to need to roll to see if they understand basic. They all grab their guns and point at you. But let's see for understanding. That is a 15. Everyone turns their guns on each other and starts yelling in their own language. Do you want to stay and watch the firefight?
I might as well.
Okay, they are continuing to argue with each other, and you can use your translator if you want.
Yes, I'm going to listen into there.
You doff, how dare you cheat on me? I think there are more important things going on right now. Why is someone talking to us through the vents? And in basic of all languages. That doesn't matter. You cheated, and now I am going to kill you and feast on your entrails.
Okay.
Shouldn't we deal with this intruder first? They will keep. It's not like we have a shortage of slaves at the moment.
Okay,
Plus, I think I will keep it as a pet for cheat.
I'm gonna start scuttling a little bit down the vents.
You hear blaster fire open up. And let's see, they're going to roll for damage against each other. You don't see this, but one of them is completely headshot, the one who... And his body falls bloodily to the floor, and he is dead. And now the guns turn on the vent behind you and open fire, even though you're gone.
Yeah.
So, you come to another T intersection.
Oh, jeez.
You see an empty hallway through a vent to your left, and more air duct to your right.
I'm going to go try to get into that.
Empty hallway.
Yes,
All right.
empty hallway.
Would you like to try and unscrew it, or just kick your way out?
I think I'm just gonna kick it.
Okay, make a strength check.
17 for 19.
You kick it, and it goes flying off the screws and into the other wall. Would you like to jump down?
Yes.
Okay. So, you jump down, and you hear sirens and marching feet
Oh no.
coming from your left.
So is there any way to the right?
Yes, there's a long hallway to the right with several windows out into space, and a couple doors to your right.
Okay, I go through the doors to my right.
They're locked. You can
Oh,
keep
goodness.
going down.
Yes, I'm gonna keep going down.
You turn the corner, and there are 6 Trandoshans standing there, glaring at you,
Oof.
all aiming their guns at you.
I aim my guns back at them.
You're about to, but suddenly, a huge explosion rocks the ship, sending all of you to the ground. When you look up, you see a 2-meter-long spike stabbing into the corridor from what you apparently believe is out in space. The spike hisses and splits into 4, like a claw opening up, prying apart the metal hull of the ship. After a brief hiss of atmosphere, there's a different hiss of foam sealant patching the rim of the breach. The newly pressure-sealed hatch irises open, and a hairy hand emerges from the darkness to grip the side. Edgar, how do you wish to punctuate your entrance?
I have my reek blade drawn, and I roar. Go charging in. Do I see the guys?
You see 6 Trandoshans knocked to the floor.
And I'm going to cut their heads off.
Okay, let's see. Roll for, head cutting off, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a D6, I believe.
Okay, so.
Or
2.
you get advantage on it, actually.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah, because they're all lying down.
yeah. So, roll again.
1.
Okay, we'll go with 2 then.
Alright.
Okay, so that's a normal hit, at least. You're going to try to chop more than one of their heads off.
Obviously.
Alright. Roll for damage now. What's the damage on the Reek Blade?
It's 5. So the damage is 5.
Oh, yeah, 5 total.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you hack into one of their necks. Your blade sticks halfway through. He's still alive, but he is really freaking out, bleeding all over the place.
How deep is the blade into his neck?
The problem is, it's all in muscle and scale. It hasn't gotten any arteries.
I take my big old foot and I kick it off like a football.
He is now bleeding to death, and now they're going to start rolling for initiative.
Excellent.
You, of course, have the first initiative because you
Wonderful.
surprised them.
Oh, 18 plus my agility, right?
That one got a 1. Let's see.
I haven't gotten hit yet, so I can't go into a rage.
Right.
But once I get one hit on me, you're gonna see heads flying.
11, 9, 19, and 1 more. 12. I suppose it doesn't really matter because they're all after you. One of them is currently bleeding out, so he will lose progressively more hit points or more wound points as he is bleeding to death. Lilliana, it is your turn.
All right. What range am I from them? Shooting range or?
Shooting range.
Okay. I'm going to point my light blaster at the closest one to me.
Okay.
Right. That is a 2. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Roll for damage. Or no. Yes. That was a 1.
Okay. You shoot one of the spines off of the top of his head.
Okay.
Now it is the first one's turn. First one is going to try to roll to pick up his gun since they dropped it. That one fails to pick up his gun, so instead he is going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
He's going to roll d6 to try and hit. Nope, there.
A 4. I'm a melee defense of 3.
So he does hit, and now for damage. So he's going to roll, let's say his strength is 2 plus whatever this is. 1. Okay, he does 3 damage to you. What's your armor strain? Or...
Melee defense is 3, so let's see, strain is 9.
Well, I think because your defense is 3 and his damage is 3, let's just say that he takes a swing at you and it gets caught in your fur.
My beautiful combed fur.
Okay, now
I'm pissed.
now the next 2 are going to try and pick up their guns. Wow, they both rolled 16.
Okay.
Okay, so they both managed to pick up their guns. One's going to aim at you, Maklaw, and one's going to aim at you, Lilliana. I'll grab a couple of these.
Bro, I think you need these more than we do.
Yeah, probably. Thank you.
Yeah, just take all the dice.
I'll just grab a set of each just so I can be like, okay, I'm going to sit you out.
Yeah.
They both rolled 2,
Oh! For what? Defense?
trying to hit you.
Oh, My defense is 3. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Is it ranged?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it shooting
ranged.
at me? Okay, so 2 is on the money. So
Okay.
he would hit.
And
What's the
you?
damage?
Yeah, I don't think that hits me.
Okay, so it misses Lilliana, and let's see, damage for Maklaw.
Ooh, it's a sicker.
It's a 6.
So I'm at 9. I go to 13. I'm okay. I got this shit.
I think we're on the 5th one now.
Oh, he's dead now. I'm raging.
One of them fails to get his gun, trips and falls on his face. The other one gets his gun and is going to take a shot at you, Lilliana.
Come!
That's a 2.
That does not hit!
Okay, you dodge again. You seem to have found a tiny bit of cover in the door jambs,
Yes.
even though the doors are locked. Which brings us to the one with your sword in his neck.
Mm-hmm.
So, he is bleeding out on the floor, and now he is dead.
Goodbye.
1 down, 5 to go. Now, Maklaw, your turn.
Who just shot at me? And how far is he?
I'd say he's within range.
I
You've
point
got-
at him.
Okay.
I roar. I come after his head too.
Would you like to make an intimidation check? Or
Do we
presence? Your
Oh, it's presence?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 2. Alright, so I roll a d6.
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 6.
Oh!
His space pants are now completely full. Okay. So, would you care to roll for damage?
Oh, yes.
Okay, with your swinging reek blade.
yes. Oh, and I get a plus because I got hurt.
Okay.
Let's see, +1 on attacks. Let's see. A 1.
Let's give you advantage on that one.
Because I intimidated him.
Yeah, and he's
6!
There you go.
Okay.
You're tired.
all right.
So,
Now roll for damage. Okay, you slash. Where would you like to aim?
his neck.
His neck. It doesn't get stuck,
Okay.
but drops his gun, gets slashed across the neck, and he is now also bleeding out. Next up is Lilliana.
All right. I have not taken any damage yet, so yes, I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
Oh.
Finish him.
Ah, 1.
Your gun jams.
Oh no! Ah!
You're new with a gun. This is
Yes.
the very second time you fired.
Yes.
Okay. I think all of the others will have to roll for Constitution saving because of your immense roar. One of them dropped his gun. The other 2 didn't have their guns. One more has his gun and is now going to aim at you, Maklaw. Let's see. 4. And for damage, 3. Oh, so you're out of strength.
Yeah.
Now you do double damage, even though you are kind of close to death now.
Okay, cool. Strain goes up though, right? It comes back?
With a short rest.
Yeah. Okay.
Or a med kit. No, they're going to try to pick up their guns.
So I took 1 damage then, right?
15 and 2. Okay, one of them picks up his gun, the other one trips and falls on his face again. Surprise attacks are very effective. Now he's going to roll to shoot the escaped slave. That's a 6. Okay, he's going to do double damage.
Oh goodness.
And 5. He does 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, that just does my strain though. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're at 3.
Okay, the one is going to rethink his life, glance around at his fellows, and start slowly inching away, hoping that no one notices him. Maklaw, your turn again.
How far is the guy who's trying to run?
I'd say you could get to him this turn, but you wouldn't be able to swing just yet.
Okay.
Could you shoot him?
You could.
Is he within point blank range?
No, he's further than that.
Okay. I take my weapon and I throw it at him.
Your gun?
The knife.
The knife, okay.
Because I get a bonus for throwing stuff too. Strong
Okay.
arm. So I get a +1 on range
Alright.
with thrown weapons.
There you go.
3.
3, okay.
So 4 would be a crit. Now the damage, right?
Uh-huh.
7.
The blade goes, stabs him right at the base of his spine. He collapses, now permanently paralyzed.
Good.
Because he was trying to be not a threat, his gun is nowhere to be found. So he is essentially out of the fight.
Yay!
Now it's the other two. One of them is going to try to pick up his
As I
gun
do that,
again.
I grin with satisfaction.
Yes.
20!
He does pick up his gun
Okay.
and manages to get a shot off at
Lilliana?
Lilliana. Roll 2.
That does not hit, I believe.
Okay, he misses.
I'm dodging all over the place.
Now, the other one who still has his gun is going to continue to shoot at Maklaw. 5.
Mm-hmm.
And damage. 1.
Knocks me down to strain 0.
Okay, the one is going to shoot at you again, Maklaw. That's a crit.
No, that puts me at 7.
Oh boy.
How many guys are left?
3.
Okay.
Bingo.
It's your turn now. You can probably do...
Who shot at me? How far is he? Is he within point blank range?
Yeah, he's in point blank range. I'll say that.
I'll blow his head off now.
Okay.
Okay. Yay, me!
Pull out your bowcaster. D6 to see if you
D6.
hit.
Alright. A 3, which is a crit.
Okay.
Oh!
And D10 for damage.
And double that, right? 5, 10.
You blast his head clean off his shoulders. There's nothing left but a little bit of his lower jaw. Charred blood vessels and nerves. He falls over. I'm going to say that he pulls his trigger in death spasms. And let's see if it hits anyone. Okay, it hits the guy next to him. I'm gonna roll for damage. That one gets shot in the foot, and he is now screaming. We're going to roll to see if he holds on to his gun. He does. He manages to do it.
I laugh. It sounds disturbing.
Okay. Liliana, your turn.
All right. Who is the most damaged?
Well, the one who just got shot in the foot is probably your biggest threat right now, because the other one just bled a little bit more.
Okay. All right. I'll get the guy who just got shot in the foot. 6. So that is a crit.
Finish him. How would you like to do this?
Oh, yes. Okay. I shoot right between the eyes.
He falls over backwards, a smoking hole in his head, and a look of absolute confusion on his lizard face. There is only one left. He's going to try to pick up his gun because he still hasn't picked it up. He is going to put his hands up and try saying that he surrenders. What do you do?
No.
Okay.
You tried to enslave me. You're not getting away.
I
You're
just
not-
put my paw up.
Well, it is your turn.
Okay. I hear her talking.
Yeah.
So I just put my paw up, grab this guy by the face, and just bring him down to the floor by trying to smash his face.
Okay. Since you're raging, how do you want to do this?
Face is pulverized. Everything,
Okay.
just like smashing his face like if it was all.
and over and
Oh.
over.
I have issues. You can tell.
Yes, this guy is quite scary, but I like him.
Then there's the one that's paralyzed. Would you like to interrogate him, or
I put my paw up. I hold her. I don't touch her. I just tell her to wait. I grab him, lift him up so he's looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come in close and I whisper, "Where are the Wookiees?"
He immediately points to the locked door across the hall.
Or he uses his eyes because he can't move.
No, it's his feet that are paralyzed.
Oh, okay. So I draw my sword from his.
Okay, he points over at the locked door, reaches for his belt, and pulls out a key or key card and holds it out to you.
I look at him. I take his key card. I nod, and then I bound his arms.
Okay.
And I use them as a backpack. I have them over my shoulder.
Oh, I like it.
I walk up to you, and I tell you, follow.
Yes, of course.
Oh, and an interesting note. You actually speak perfect basic because you have a speech impediment.
Oh.
So you understand.
Yes.
You go on into the first room.
We start clearing it. Bowcast ready. My blade back back in its holster. Yeah, I have the Trandoshan over pretty much as our guide.
All right.
I'm gonna search everybody.
Okay, so roll 6 d20s
Oh goodness.
to see how much credits you get from them. Let's just say
here's
that you
another one.
split apart the duty.
The duty?
Uh-huh.
Because there's a lot of duty out there?
Oh, there definitely is.
I don't mind. You can keep all of it.
Okay, so add whatever
I
the hell
just-
that is.
Snort at you. 75.
Okay, so you managed to get a grand total of 75 credits.
Yippee skippy.
Times 4.
Yay!
Now, you make your way into the first room.
Hold on, I count out 100 and I toss them to her.
Okay.
This is your first time seeing dead bodies, even though they're alien. How do you react?
Wow. I did some of this damage. It's the first time I've used my blaster in combat. That was kind of enthralling, to be quite honest.
You've got the itch now.
I think I do.
You enter the... Okay, you enter the first room, and you find 7 Wookiees all huddled in the corner behind the bars.
In a growl, I tell them, brothers, sisters, I'm here for you.
They say, huh?
In Wookiee.
Well, that's the problem. Your speech impediment makes it difficult for anyone to understand you in Shriwook.
So I use
You can-
basic.
Okay, they're a little confused, but very happy. Let's see, there were 6 Wookiees, and you've got 5 E11s that you took from Stormtroopers. Would you like to give them to the Wookiees?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, you give 5 of the E11s, and one of the little child Wookiees wants to get one, but his mom takes it away from him.
I put my arm out. I tell him, I motion to him to stay with his mom. Stay
Okay.
close.
Now, here's the problem. You can continue to go cell to cell to free whatever other slaves there are. However, the alert has been sent out. There are going to be some more Trandoshans coming. And you are pretty hurt, and these people aren't exactly fighters. And also, the Trandoshans' weapons deactivate after they drop them. So you can't really use them as anything but clubs now.
That works for me.
All right. And the Drock ship that you boarded with was a one-way trip. It's clear what you have to do.
I hate slavers.
Mm-hmm.
I kill slavers. I collect their skulls.
Well, it's kind of hard to collect the skulls of those 3.
Or their spines.
Okay. Thanks for listening to our pilot episode of Weekend Star Warriors. I am your host and game master, John Ike. Star Wars was created by George Lucas and is owned by Disney. This game follows the basic rules of the Edge of the Empire role-playing game, and rulebooks are available for sale wherever books are still sold. Lilliana Emerald was played by Megan Cordero. You can follow her on Instagram at Meganda88. Maklaw was played by Edgar Cuevas. Music by Megan Cordero. Effects by Jeffery Gardner. And from soundboard.com. Special thanks to Mike Christensen and Marisa Cuevas. Please like, subscribe, and review, and we will release the next episode in a couple of weeks. All the Trandoshans are right outside.
Yay!
How
far?
Point blank.
Yay!
Who do you want to designate for corpse duty?
That was kind of enthralling.
I'm sorry, I will have to call your mother right away. I will have her.
Oh, no, don't call her!
I didn't even think that would work.
I think you sound like this, but really you sound like this.
Oh, why are you yelling at me?
Because I want to yell too.
Crit!
Crit.
Hurrah! Huzzah!
He drops his gun and holds his hands up, surrendering.
Too bad, I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
Ruthless. Smash his face! I have issues.
So I fart as I walk away.
It's in my mouth.
It's still oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Protein.